Welcome to this episode of Locked In. In this episode, I'm going to be debuting what frame I chose for my Carbon Epic Monster Gravel build and why I chose it. So, it's a little bit out of frame, but here it is. So, obviously, there's no branding on this bike, leaving it a little bit more of a mystery. So, we're going to take this clip outside. I'm going to unbox this thing, show you guys a little bit of the details of it, and we're going to go over why I picked this frame and show you all the great features it has.
Awaken my heart, the start of something that would go on way too long. Reminded of you with no searching. How could I not when I keep thinking of you and it takes me back to another time.
So, here's the bike. This is the Cobalt Warhawk. Now, if you've never heard of this brand, don't worry, they are a new up-and-comer. This, in my opinion, is the coolest one, and here's the reason why. Basically, it took the best parts of both of my current gravel cross builds from my TCX and the Poseidon. So let's go over the features that it offers and why I picked it for this build series. One, again, it is called the Carbon Monster Gravel Cross Series, so I wanted a carbon fiber frame to start, which the Cobalt Warhawk is. The other thing was, I wanted every single current mounting option available out there on this bike to make it the perfect bike packing and gravel bike that I'll probably eventually cross race as well. And as you can see, it has the top two bolts, down two bolts, obviously your standard bottle bolts. It does come with a derailleur hanger, so you can run it 2x, but I won't, little secret. Your standard 27.2 seat post diameter with clamp, standard fender bolts. It is through axle, front and rear. It is a 142 by 12 millimeter axle with flat mount disc brakes, front and rear. Then we move on to the threaded bottom bracket. I am all about threaded bottom brackets. I am over the days of press fit or BB30 or whatever. We move on to the fork, which has the generous tire clearance for a 700 by 50C in the front and the back, as well as a 650 by 2.1 tire clearance in the front and the back. I will be testing that to see if there's a possibility to get a 2.2, at least in the front, if not both. I do live in California, so there's not a lot of mud here, so I don't need as much clearance as most people. As well as 3-pack mount, so I can run an anything cage or a variety of cages. And it does even have fender bolts as well. Flat mount just like the rear, and a 12mm by 100mm through axle. The Frameset also is supplied with a pretty lightweight standard seat post as well, and a headset. So as you can see in this footage here, here's the weight of the fork. Now you can see the footage of the frame weight. Keep in mind this is with all the stock hardware as well as the derailleur hanger for the front and all the internal cable routing that they put inside of it to easily route the cables through when building this bike. Now you can see the weight of the stock seat post at full length and the stock internal headset. Now, this is, again, the base weight of where we're starting with all this. I'm going to be obviously cutting the fork down to strip some weight there. Now, I might be trimming the seat post as well, since I don't nearly need as much seat post length once it's built and set to my fit. And I probably will be swapping out to a slightly lighter weight expansion plug and probably headset cap. I don't know if there's much weight that can be saved in the top cap and the bearings, but I'll keep you guys posted as well. But if you guys have any tips or tricks, I'd love to find it out from you guys, or your favorite place to find lightweight through axles or titanium bolts. Please make sure to link me in the comments below. So that is the Cobalt Warhawk and why I chose it. Again, it checks the, in my opinion, the lightweight category. It is not the lightest thing out there, but again, this has every single mount you could possibly want, so it can't be the most weight-winny build and have everything that you want. As well as it has the clearance for a 700 by 50C tire and the 650 by 2.1. It runs a standard seat post, which I definitely want. That's what really held me back on keeping the TCX. It has even more mounts than my Poseidon X with the top tube mounts. And again, stock. It does come with the 3-pack mounts on the front. And I really can't wait to get more into this build. So please make sure to turn notifications on and subscribe to this channel. In the next series build video, we're going to be discussing the drivetrain that I chose as a affordable, lightweight drivetrain component set with a cassette you've probably never seen or seen reviewed yet, on how to get a even more range than the Access Mullet build. So please make sure to stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I post on there regularly. And thanks for watching another episode of Locked In.